Yes, so I'm here to talk about Bim Cert, what Bim Cert is, what we're trying to achieve with Bim Cert. But I think it's good from everyone's perspective here today that we have an understanding of what actually Bim technology is and where Bim is going to. This one? This one. Okay, so what is Bim? So effectively Bim is a process of creating and managing information from the whole construction process. So you're looking at the project life cycle of a construction project. So very simply put, you're looking at startup, planning, execution and closeout. They're the kind of four simple stages you can take of a construction project. And Bim technology helps to create and manage that, particularly the information and the data within it. So as the topic suggests, it's all about the model, the building information model. And the model is basically a digital description of every aspect of the building asset, right from the planning of it through to the actual utilization of it. And the model contains both graphical and non-graphical information. So the graphical can be the 3D, the plans, the elevations, but also the other elements within that. Who's responsible for it, the costing of it, the timing of it. So you're talking about the achievement of this common data environment. That's what you're trying to achieve within the BIM process. And again, to have a common data environment, you need collaboration. So you're collaborating all the time with all the actors within the construction process. So that's what BIM is simply. And there's two really good important aspects of BIM. That one is the levels of BIM, so what's called build maturity, and the others are the dimensions of BIM. So how detailed is it? So in terms of the levels, everyone should maybe be aware of some of these levels. So everyone is familiar with a 2D AutoCAD drawing. So that's what we call a level 2. Very little collaboration happens within that space. Then you move on to level 1 BIM, which is you're moving from the 2D into the 3D. The information is getting more detailed, and you're allowing for the sharing of information within this common data environment. Then we're moving towards level 2 BIM, where you're getting much more detailed, more level of collaboration, integration, and finally you're trying to achieve this level 3, which is everything is open, everything is shared, everything is collaborative. So they're the four levels. I'll come back to where we are in Ireland to that, but everyone is trying to achieve level 2. In terms of the dimensions, so we have the 3D dimension, again, like our 3D models, etc. This is becoming our standard practice now. We have the 4D, so this is bringing in time. So the 3D is, imagine you have your 3D plans, elevations, 3D models. We're adding another dimension to that now is time. So when is this going to be delivered, on time, etc. 5D is bringing in the cost. So what's the cost implications of all of these elements of the building process? And then 6D is full integration. So you're looking at complete facility management. So after the building is finished, on time, within cost, you're going to look at how is this going to be managed. So that's what we call IBIM, the full integration of it. And again, with level 2 BIM, these are the various levels of maturity. The dimensions can be achieved within this level 2 BIM workflow, what we're all trying to achieve. So what do these levels and dimensions mean graphically? So I'm sure some of you may have seen this image. This is a very well produced, used image within the BIM process. So we're going up on the diagonal, we have the levels. And as I said, we have 1, 2, 3. We're all trying to achieve this level 2. So again, where the UK is in this space, so since 2011, they've been moving towards this level 2. And by 2016, they had mandated that every government project would have level 2 BIM associated with it. In Ireland, we're moving towards that. The National BIM Council had been set up in 2014, and under their roadmap, the Irish government construction process is trying to move towards level 2 BIM by 2021. However, with that, we have the dimensions, as I said, the 2, the 3, the 4D. But this is very interesting where these can be linked in. So if you look at the level 2, come down from that and go across, there's no reason why, if we have a proper level of 2 BIM, that we can't achieve full 6D dimension of the BIM technology in Ireland. So that's kind of the BIM process, very simply put. So where does this sit within Bim Cert, and what is Bim Cert? So within Europe, there's a need for coordination, collaboration, enhancement of education and training within the construction industry. BIM is seen as one of these major opportunities for this collaboration to happen. And Bim Cert, we see it, is a way of delivering on this collaboration and interaction. So the Bim Cert project is about delivering innovation in what we call beyond blended training, and I'll touch on what beyond blended training is in a minute. It's about increasing the qualifications and education of the construction industry, the workforce within the construction industry, and it's all centered on BIM technology. So BIM technology is the future for the construction industry. Training and education are very important, and by fusing the Bim Cert project with BIM, there's a real opportunity here for advancement. So looking at the delivering innovation, the Bim Cert project will look at improving and increasing this continuous feedback of education. So the achievement and involvement of education is about self-study. So again, the way technology is going, one can do a lot of self-study, lifelong learning continuously now. Bim Cert allows you to do that. It's about providing learning objectives and learning strategies. And again, it increases interactive and collaboration. So blended research is looking at the face-to-face and the digital technologies. So it's looking at the formal stuff where you get trained, educated within the classroom environment. The digital, the digital is where you're taught online, technology, etc. And what we're saying the blended is bringing these two together in looking at a shared based scenario testing, looking at coaching and mentoring, looking at knowledge banks. So it's bringing the physical with the digital or the social together in this blended learning space. In terms of Bim Cert, what it is, it's a 21st Horizon 2020 project. It's funded by the European Commission. It started in March of this year. It's a 21 project. It's funded under the energy efficient theme, which is very important because it's about looking at increasing energy efficiency, moving towards a carbon zero base for construction, and it's under the coordination and support action theme of the European Commission. So it's looking at issues of standardization, dissemination, raising awareness, communication, networking, dialogue with industry partners, and learning exercises and studies. Bim Cert is made up of a consortium of academia, industry, SMEs, but most importantly is the end users. So the actual people in the construction industry that is going to use this technology going forward. And in total, Bim Cert has 9 partners. It's a 20-month project that we're going to have really clear deliverables from it for the industry to use. So there's the steps in Bim Cert. So it's aimed at training and qualification. It's about lifelong learning. It's about giving education back to the workforce, be it white collar and blue collar workers. And it's about 3 steps in it. It's about the looking at the enable collaborative working to achieve energy efficiency in the zero neutral buildings. So this is the embedded energy. So this is the embedded energy in the building itself. It's about achieving efficient and effective management of the building. So this is the operational energy within the building. And then it's about the utilization of BIM technology itself. So this is in the sustainable energy. So moving forward, as the building is utilized, managed, operated, the use of BIM technology and the training of BIM technology is central to increasing the energy efficiency of the technology and of the building. So again, the 5 principal objectives of Bim Cert is about improving sustainability. It's about engaging the entire workforce. It's about allowing the workforce to have mobility, because the more educated and trained you are, the more mobile you are. It allows you for continuous upskilling, and in the market we're in now, we need continuous upskilling and education. And the more skills you have, the more mobile you are, the more employable you are. So it again is offering something back to the workforce. And it can be developed at a pan-European framework level, and it allows what we call bite-sized learning modules. So it's not massive modules, it's achievable bite-sized modules that all the time can achieve accreditation that allows you to gain knowledge and to increase your mobility, your education, etc. So they're the principal objectives of Bim Cert. So Bim Cert can address many of the obstacles that are out there in industry for the construction firms in adopting BIM. And these barriers that are out there at the moment are, there'll be lack of available resources. And with that lack of available resources, there's lack of skills within BIM technology. So how can we apply it? There's a misunderstanding of the concept of BIM. So it's not only about, the 3D. It's not only about the facilities. It's also about the costing, the timing, the collaboration, the working together. So the role of BIM as an education and industry tool and method is not fully understood yet. So by education and training in bite-sized modules, the construction industry can overcome these issues. And again, there's a need for education and training to advance the technical knowledge that is being demanded on the construction industry by either the owners, operators, proposers of development works, etc. So these barriers can be addressed through our Bim Cert project. Looking at achieving this IBIM that we spoke about in the level 4 and maturity 3D6, again, there's a need to address the challenges in achieving our sustainable energy targets. The EU have set us targets that we have to achieve, and there's a need for efficiency of construction practices. And again, this is bringing in the whole spectrum of the construction players: designers, architects, engineers, the workers, the facility owners, the actual investors themselves. And Bim Cert can assist this, as we see it, through this educational gap addressing this. So there's a massive opportunity here for the partners of the construction industry to move forward to address the need for education through the application of module training and education. And then finally, looking at the Bim Cert contribution to Ireland's BIM technology requirements. This is through providing additional skills within the narrowing of the skills shortage, assisting in achieving these national carbon targets that we have and energy efficiency within that, leading to achievement of more efficient, sustainable building stock, again moving towards this carbon zero stock that is being pushed on us as an industry. It's about contributing to the roadmap of this digital transition. So again, at the outset I said that Ireland Inc. is trying to move towards this level 2 BIM and 60 maturity dimension. So it can help achieve this roadmap that's been set out by the National BIM Council. And finally, the overall the transition to this digital technology for public works, Bim Cert can help in this by providing the tools, the techniques, the education, and also the accreditation for one to upskill, to mobilize, and to have a better level of knowledge about the whole BIM industry and the construction industry as a whole. Thank you very much for your attention.